The wild world of legality never stops turning. Luckily, we have friends in high places to break down the latest legal cases.
Julissa Ortiz has a scoop from our friends at Rio and Caraway for this month's Sidebar.
It is time for your Sidebar this morning. Back with Rio and Caraway. Dan and Chuck, always great to see you without the mask this time. We do have two stories, tragic, both of them, but something for all of us to learn with both of these. We're going to start with this one here, a party bus situation here that happened in Southern California. A woman, a mother of 5, on a party bus celebrating a family birthday, fell off that party bus and was killed. Let's talk a little bit about this. Again, such a tragic story, but one that we can all learn from. But my first question to you is, who is liable in this situation?
So it's like you said, this is obviously not the greatest scenario, but it does come in exactly what you're talking about. Who's liable? Mm-hmm. In this situation, you have a mom who's on a bus, and it's a party bus. That's important. Mm-hmm. Who's going to end up being liable is the bus, the bus carrier, the person that owns the bus. The reason for that is because normally you have an accident, you'll have like a normal level of negligence. Mm-hmm. In this situation, because it's a bus, same as a limo, taxi, anything like that, you have a heightened level of liability. Mm-hmm. Common carrier is what it's called. Because of that, they're going to be liable for anything foreseeable that happens. They have a much higher duty to take care of the people that are on the bus.
Because we're paying for that service. People are paying for that.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And so in this situation, you have a lady that's dancing on a bus. Mm-hmm. It's a party bus. Go back to that. That's something that's absolutely foreseeable. It's going to happen. Something happens, she falls, and the door opens. The door shouldn't open. As a result of that, she falls out, she gets hit by another car, and she dies. In this situation, you're going to go back to the common carrier. The bus driver is most likely going to be liable. I'm sorry, the bus company is most likely going to be liable.
All right. Thank you for that. Next story here, of course, Bob Saget, we've learned, recently died, but new information telling us, we're learning from the new information that he was killed. He died after a head injury. This also, Dan, you're telling us that we can learn so much from this, that you actually see this so often in your business.
Yeah, unfortunately, head trauma is very common. People don't understand that brain injuries are so common that you don't even have to actually strike your head. Mm-hmm. You can just have a back and forth motion that creates what we call a coup contra coup injury, and that's part of what Bob Saget had. He actually struck the back of his head severely enough that he had an abrasion and he fractured part of the back of his skull. But at the time, he didn't think anything of it, had a little pain, went to sleep. Unfortunately, through his sleep, he had a hematoma. It created pressure on the brain, and overnight, it killed him. Mm-hmm. And this is such a major issue because people don't realize how easy the brain is to injure, how often it goes missed or underdiagnosed, undiagnosed entirely. There are studies saying that somewhere between 50 and 80% of the time someone goes to an ER, it's missed.
Wow.
And so it's very, very necessary if there's any signs that you see that someone's acting different, they have dizziness, nausea, balance issues, memory issues, unexplained fatigue, you gotta go and see a specialist who knows how to deal with these, and equally in a personal injury case, get an attorney who's understanding of brain injuries.
Well, it's amazing to hear you say that you don't even actually need to hit your head. The fact that just that motion.
Yeah, just that whiplash motion can be enough because the brain is freestanding inside basically liquid. So it can move freely. When you have that motion, it can be enough.
All right, Dan and Chuck, thank you so much. Rio and Caraway, always great to see you. We appreciate your insight. That's your Sidebar this morning.